Namaste students, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया. I am JV'n's Dr. Neeraj Dholia, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jayoti Vidhyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. So students, today we are here to discuss the topic acid-base reaction, and this topic is connected with your subject fundamentals of biological chemistry. So let's start. So what is acids and what is base? So very general, very common definition which we know that acids are the substances that dissolve in water and produces H plus ions. And likewise, the bases are the substances that dissolve in water and produces the OH minus. However, it is not included all the definitions. It is only one set of definition which is presented here. So where scientists are there, they defines the acid and bases differently. So let's say that although the general properties of acid and bases have been known for more than 1,000 years, so the definition of acid and bases have changed according to the requirement of the scientists, that how can we define it. So like in ancient times, the acid was any substance that had a sour taste like vinegar, lemon juice, etc. So the cause a change in color, like turning blue litmus paper into the red. So reacted with certain metals to produce the hydrogen gases, and a solution of a salt containing a metal cation, and dissolve carbonate salts such as limestone with the evolution of carbon dioxide. Likewise, the base was a substance that had a bitter taste, felt slippery in touch, and caused color change of the litmus paper from red to blue. So although these definitions were useful, they were entirely descriptive. So let's talk about the definition which were given by various scientists. So Arrhenius, it is Arrhenius was a scientist. It defines the acid and bases. So according to the Arrhenius, the characteristics properties of acid and bases are due exclusively to the presence of H plus ion and OH minus ions, respectively, in solutions. So he talked about the solution. So although the Arrhenius idea was widely accepted, the definition of acid and bases had two major limitations. One is that because acid and bases were defined in terms of the ions obtained from water, so the Arrhenius concept applied only to substance in the aqueous solution. Okay, so the second and more important is the Arrhenius definition predicted that only substances that dissolve in water to produce H plus and OH minus ions should exhibit the properties of acids and bases respectively. So the other substances which do not produce H plus and OH minus ion, they will not be considered as the acid and bases according to the Arrhenius. Okay, like ammonia or HCl. Okay, so the uh, with Arrhenius definition, the reaction of ammonia with gases HCl to give ammonium chloride is not a acid base reaction according to the Arrhenius, because it does not involve the H plus and OH minus ions. Okay, so now talk about the Bronsted-Lowry definition of acids and bases. So because the limitation of the Arrhenius definition, a more general definition of acids and bases were needed. So it was given by two scientists, Bronsted and Lowry, and defined the acid and bases base reactions in terms of the transfer of the proton from one substance to another. So they talked about the proton H plus ions only. So according to the Bronsted-Lowry, what is an acid? It is a substance which at least have one hydrogen atom that can dissociate to form an anion and an H plus ion in aqueous solution. So thereby forming an acid solution is any substance that can donate a proton. Likewise, base substance that produce one or more hydroxyl ions. Okay, so is any substance that can accept a proton The Bronsted-Lowry definition of the acids, an acid is essentially the same as the Arrhenius definition, except that it is not restricted to aqueous solutions. So thank you. Hope you are satisfied with this detailed session. If you have any query, please write in the comment box. I will resolve your query. And this session is powered by Digital Version 2, Jyoti Vidhyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Thank you.